Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join us. My name is Ashante Hannah E. Banks, Senior Business Advisor for the Berry Islands. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge my colleague, Ms. Karika Gibson, Senior Business Advisor for Bimini. Unfortunately, Karika is under the weather and unable to join us tonight. We wish her a speedy recovery, and I'm happy to present on behalf of the both of us. Tonight is about getting to know you, introducing the Back to the Islands initiative, and showing how SBDC Bahamas is supporting entrepreneurs throughout the Family Islands. Over the next half hour, I'll explain who we are, the initiative, funding opportunities, training, and the support available. We'll then spend the remainder of our time answering your questions, so please write them down as we go. So let's begin. Before talking about the program itself, I'd like to talk about why we exist, why it exists. Since becoming the advisor for Berry Islands, I've had the opportunity to speak with entrepreneurs across the islands. Although every business is unique, I keep hearing the same challenges: shipping costs, limited suppliers, travel expenses, labor shortages, and access to business services. Those are real Family Island realities. Rather than expecting Family Island businesses to fit in programs designed around New Providence, SBDC created an initiative built around your realities. Bimini continues to benefit from tourism and its proximity to Florida. The Berry Islands have tremendous opportunities in tourism, marine services, fisheries, vacation rentals, transportation, and construction. This initiative isn't only about grants, it's about building stronger, more resilient businesses through training, advisory services, and ongoing support. We don't simply want businesses to survive, we want them to thrive. So, who are we? SBDC Bahamas is the country's premier resource center for micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. Before I continue, I'd like to acknowledge our leadership. Our Executive Director, Ms. Samantha Rowell, continues to champion entrepreneurship throughout the Bahamas. Supporting that vision is our Deputy Executive Director, Mrs. Felice Bethel, who helps ensure our programs reach entrepreneurs across the country. I'd like to also recognize our Family Island Manager, Mrs. Deborah Gibbs, whose dedication has strengthened our support for Family Island entrepreneurs. Our mission is to equip and empower entrepreneurs with the tools and knowledge and support needed to build sustainable businesses. As your advisor, my role doesn't end when you submit your application. My goal is to become a trusted resource throughout your business. So what we do, instead of reading, let me explain what these services look like in practice. Business advisory means helping you develop ideas, business plans, financial projections, and strategies. Training keeps businesses competitive. Mentorship connects entrepreneurs with experienced professionals. Access to capital means preparing businesses to become funding ready. Advocacy means helping entrepreneurs navigate challenges and connecting them with the right agencies. Our goal is simple: help Bahamian businesses succeed. Our impact. These numbers here represent people whose dreams became businesses. More than 100 million approved, over 2,700 entrepreneurs supported across 16 islands and 44 industries. Those aren't just statistics. They represent jobs created, families supported, and communities strengthened. That's the impact we hope to continue through this initiative. Family Islands have received more than 34 million in funding. Tonight, I'd like to highlight our islands. In Berry Islands, we have 12 funded businesses, and in Bimini, we have 16 funded businesses. Those numbers are encouraging, but they also tell us there are many entrepreneurs who still haven't accessed support. That's why we're here tonight, to make sure more businesses know what's available. This initiative has three main parts. First, the Get to Know the Island survey helps us understand your business realities. Second, the Island Access Training course equips entrepreneurs in financial management, marketing, AI, tourism opportunities, export readiness, and business continuity. Finally, eligible businesses may apply for a standalone grant of up to $15,000. Remember, the training is just as valuable as the funding because knowledge creates long-term success. So when applications open, your first step will be completing the online survey. Don't let technology discourage you. If you need assistance, your business advisor will guide you through the process. We're here to help from beginning to end. So on the screen here, we have a QR code. I'm going to give you a few seconds to scan that so that you can access our survey. Required documents. So preparation is key. Gather your passport, proof of address, business license, executive summary, vendor invoices, and vendor banking information early. One common delay is waiting until the deadline to collect documents. Grant payments are made directly to approved vendors, ensuring transparency and accountability. Again, you do need a valid business license. All of your documents have to be up to date, and you do need a proof of address. That can consist of either a voter's card or a utility bill no older than 3 months. So many entrepreneurs ask what the grant can be used for. The answer is legitimate business growth. Examples include equipment, inventory, marketing, accounting software, websites, generators, solar equipment, insurance, branding, POS systems, and business vehicles, just to name a few. The goal is to strengthen your business and improve its long-term sustainability. So one-on-one support, this is my favorite part of the initiative. Every participating entrepreneur is assigned a dedicated business advisor. We'll help you complete applications, review documents, recommend improvements, and connect you with agencies and answer your questions. You won't be navigating this process alone. Our success is measured by your success. Thank you again for spending your evening with us. I hope you now have a better understanding of SBDC Bahamas and the opportunities available through the Back to the Islands initiative. My encouragement is simple. Don't wait until opportunities open to begin preparing. Start now. Follow SBDC Bahamas on social media, visit our website, and stay connected for updates. On behalf of SBDC Bahamas, myself, and Karika Gibson, thank you for joining us. I'd now be happy to answer any questions you may have. You can unmute or you can write it in the chat. I will be able to assist. Also, you can scan this QR code to register your attendance, just so that we can keep track of it. I'll give you guys a few minutes. For those that joined late, I'll go back to the slide, sorry, the Get to Know the Island survey. So this is your first step to complete the survey. I'll give you a few seconds to scan that code. So the floor is open for any questions anyone may have. Okay, so I got a question in the
There's a,
chat. What
oh,
are,
okay.
thank you, Diamond. So what are the chances of being approved if someone has an outstanding loan with another bank? So this is a grant opportunity. It isn't a loan funding loans. It doesn't have anything to do with your chances of being approved. Once you have everything that is required when it comes to your documents. Anybody have any other questions? You can write it in the chat or you're free to unmute your mic and speak.
What is the date for the launch of the initiative?
So right now we don't have a date to announce, but follow our social media pages on SBDC Bahamas, and we will be posting updates as early as next week. Ms. Stewart, our deputy executive, has asked the question, was the loan obtained through SBDC? If so, we only require okay. So we don't disperse to personal accounts. You'd have to get vendor invoices along with their banking information or wiring instructions. Does that answer your question, Samsung? You're welcome. Hi, Anya. Can you let me know which island you're from? Okay, so a recording will be made available, and your advisor can send that in your groups if you have one. So since you came late, just to recap, so this initiative has three main parts. So first, the Get to Know the Island survey helps us understand, sorry, so your business advisor, once you register at the end, I'll put up that QR code again, and we get that information. She'll be sure to contact you. So first, to get to know the island survey helps us understand your business realities. Second, the Island Access Training course equips entrepreneurs in financial management and marketing, AI, tourism opportunities, export readiness, and business continuity. And then eligible businesses may apply for a standalone grant up to 15,000. So remember, the training is just as valuable as the funding because knowledge creates long-term success. So I will put yes. So I'll put back out. Mm. So for those that joined late, this is the QR code to access the Get to Know the Island survey. You can go ahead and scan that, and you'll be directed to the survey page. If anybody is having any issues with scanning the code, you can let us know. And this is the QR code to register attendance. So you can go ahead and scan the code to register your attendance. So for persons on the Barry Islands, if you want to reach me, my contact is 477-1431. And my email address is lashante.ebanks@spdcbahamas.com. So you can keep those for reference. Which code are you unable to scan? The attendance code or the survey code?
Good night. Um, well,
You
if
know,
there is more than one name on the business license, can both of us,
sorry, can you repeat the question? Your mic went out.
if the business license have two different names on it, can both of us apply for the grants?
So two business owners, still one business. So we do per business, not per business owner. Let's see. Okay, on your 1 second. Let me see. So that's the attendance link in the chat for anyone that's unable to scan it. 1 second, let me get the other link for you. The second link provided is for the form for no Care to Know the Island survey for anyone that was having an issue with scanning if they were using their device. So if a person's having difficulty accessing the QR code I've dropped in the chat, the first one is the attendance link. The second is the Get to Know the Island survey. So you can go ahead and directly click on the link. Does anyone have any other questions? So just the list of required documents again. So you need a valid Bahamian passport, proof of address, voter's card or utility bill no older than 3 months. So that is what we use for your proof of address. A valid 2026 business license, an executive summary, vendor invoices, and vendor wire instructions. So they need to have a business bank account. And this is a list of what your funding request may consist of. So if there is no further questions, oh, person just put 1 second. So if a person is just joining in the chat, you have the attendance link, and then you also have the Get to Know the Islands survey link. So the attendance link is to register your attendance for tonight, and Get to Know the Island survey is something that is required for this initiative. So you can go ahead and directly click on those links. So again, since there's no further questions, for persons that joined later, recording is available. Once you log in your attendance and you contact us, you can get a copy of tonight's meeting. So thank you again for spending your evening with us. I hope you now have a better understanding of SBDC Bahamas and the opportunities available through the Back to the Island initiative. My encouragement is simple. Don't wait until opportunities open to begin preparing. Start now. So follow SBDC Bahamas on all social media, visit our website, and stay connected for updates. On behalf of SBDC Bahamas, myself, and Karika Gibson, thank you for joining us.